This is Nick back with my New Yorkers. I got Oneal and Hope, and they are moving and shaking like I knew my Long Islanders would. So you guys have started buying some deeds, right? So talk about this first experience with your first deed.
The first experience has been great. I mean, with the guidance that we got from this program, that gave us the confidence to pull the trigger, knowing that, hey, we were coached right, so just give it a shot and see what could happen. And it worked out for us. We got 3 deeds from this, and it's been amazing so far.
Okay, so 3 deeds, and obviously you live in New York. Where are the deeds that you have won?
The deeds are in Florida, so even though we're not physically in Florida, we were able to still purchase deeds.
So I love this because we literally were on the same path where I grew up in New York. All I wanted when I first went into my first class was properties in New York, but then you start to realize, well, there's actually opportunities in some other places. So I'm sure when you first came in, your plan wasn't to go start investing in Florida, but you get your confidence up, you see the opportunity. So talk a little bit about the shift of coming in and kind of thinking you want to get something in the tri-state area to realizing that there's actually better opportunities and more opportunities if you open yourself to all over the country.
Yeah, I mean, the opportunities are not always in your backyard, right? The opportunities are across the country, and you don't have to physically see these properties. You don't have to be there. You don't have to look at it. You know, with this program, they give you the tools to evaluate the properties necessary and be able to, with confidence or with somewhat of confidence, go out and make the deal. And it worked out for us.
When we think about the cost too, New York market is so expensive. So Florida did provide us the opportunity. We were able to use what we have to get what we want.
I love that. So part of what I think is awesome here as well is when you come into a normal class like this, obviously there's a natural level of kind of skepticism. You're not really sure, you're not really confident. But as I tell people every class, you have to get a little bit of confidence and a little bit of patience. And with the right direction, you start to get some results. And for you guys to get results in about 4 months with 3 deeds is pretty awesome. Tell me a little bit about your emotional roller coaster from the first day we met in that 3-day class, day 1, on the computer, doing stuff, hustling, to 4 months later, literally sitting here as a testimonial with not only 3 deeds, but I just talked to their coach and they literally just got an offer on one of them that they can make a 26% rate of return. Talk me through the last 4 months. What's changed since the day we first met to now as far as your confidence and your emotions towards this whole process?
I think our confidence level has gone up, I would say, double since we started. And we have taken this confidence and we're rolling with it. And yes, we're making 26% on that property, but that's not going to stop us. I mean, we also have an offer that we're going to sign on the contract for a home that we're looking at in Georgia. So that's another big deal for us. We're going to do a fix and flip on that property, and we hope to make some good money on that, which the comps and everything, we will walk away pretty good.
And the fact that we do have the guidance of the coaches, we know there's a hotline we can call, it has really made us more secure in doing our purchases.
So I'm going to keep it very real because I have New Yorkers here that I can do that with. Nobody ever comes into a 3-day class excited to come in and spend a bunch of money on a coaching program. They always go, I don't want to spend that money. I think I'm just going to figure it out myself. And you came in pretty confident as is. You're both 2 very smart people. What would you say to somebody right now that's maybe sitting in a similar seat watching this going, well, it's a lot of money and I feel pretty confident. Is the coaching and the help and the guidance really going to make that much of a difference? What is the difference for you guys of having those resources versus if you would have winged it on your own?
You don't know what you don't know, right? And to me, you have to invest in yourself and invest in what you want, and the investment will pay off. And once you decide to make that step, and for those of you who are on the fence, it's really just taking that leap, right? It has worked for us and we're seeing the payoff now. And if it has worked for us from starting from ground zero, it can work for anyone.
Honestly, I consider myself a realistic optimist. He say I'm a pessimist. I was kind of skeptical and I'm like, listen, go for it. There's no way to lose. Just do it. Dive in, get it done. And it has really worked.
So I want to point out one last thing is it worked for them, but it worked for them because they're working it. If you know yourself and you know that you're going to commit, you're going to take action, that's where the rubber meets the road. But that's the thing is I love that when you have somebody like a New Yorker that's not afraid to take the action. So if you already know you're going to take the action, then you have the direction. But the only reason it's working is because of you guys. So I want to congratulate you guys on taking action like that in 4 months, because that's the biggest thing is people get in their heads, and you guys just went out and started swinging the bat. And I'm very proud of you both for doing that. I'm excited for my New Yorkers and I'm really happy you guys are here. My New Yorkers, awesome. Thanks, guys.